Well, Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to hint on United's next striker, and it feels like he sounds like he's so much leaning onto the Glazers to go on and defend them because the fans are really going to go up for them, having not really signed Cody Gakpo, a player that Erik ten Hag had been chasing since the summer, and he has lost him to Liverpool. So I believe ten Hag is fuming, but you notice a little bit of his fuming in the statement that's made today as we are really going to present them to you. Then we're going to let you know about Enzo Fernandez. No bid from Manchester United made for Enzo Fernandez, and obviously we have expected it. Reason being, if we cannot buy a player of £37 million and João Felix of £16 million for just 6 months, how can we go in for a player who is really at a price of 130 million euros? We can't go all stretch to that level. Then we are going to talk about Lisandro Martinez and what Ten Hag talked about him, and obviously what Ten Hag thinks about Lopetegui in the game we are going to play today against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now today we are really going to play Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's really a very huge game, and we are going to be coming here to bring you the match build up, then the match reaction, the player ratings, and the manager's reaction. That's what we do when United really has a match day, and that's how we really get it done and dusted. Not so if you've just joined us and you've not yet watched the last video we did yesterday, it was all about Jadon Sancho has returned in Manchester as confirmed to us by Erik ten Hag and all the sources of United. The guy is back in Manchester. He's back in Manchester doing the best that deserves to do to see to it that he puts himself in a better shape of featuring into the game against Bournemouth. There is Man City, there is the game of the Carabao Cup, and there is an FA Cup game. So I believe there are very many games that Sancho might find himself fit in. That of Everton in the FA Cup, and there is one United is going to play against Charlton in the Carabao Cup. So I believe in one of those two games we might see Sancho before we go ahead to play against Man City and then Arsenal into the month of January. So Ten Hag has gone ahead to say the following today, and he told us that I don't think you can judge the chances of a January signing and rate it because it's about timing, it's about availability, it's about so many circumstances that play a role in it, and let's be fair, the window has not even started. It's been it's a long period. So Ten Hag looks like he's playing defense for the Glazers and the board of United because he's talking about it's about availability. But availability, Cody Gakpo was available. United had agreed personal terms with him, and negotiations with PSV were not maturing to the level they wanted them to be, and the player was desperate to leave the Eredivisie to come to the Premier League. United turned him down in the summer, and he wouldn't really listen to United anymore. So he did everything possible to leave PSV and joined Liverpool. So availability shouldn't be something we should be leaning on right now, because the player was available, but the board didn't get in the necessary money to sign the player. Yet Ronaldo went 2 months ago, and here we are. It's not 2 months ago. It's like how many weeks? From 13th November to 13th December. Those are 4 weeks. 7. It's about 5 weeks. 5 weeks ago, we knew that Ronaldo left. Now, United had to gather resources to find a striker for Erik ten Hag, and they are going in for loan options as confirmed as by Lolly Whitwell. So it shows you that United are not willing to go all out and really spend money, and Ten Hag is trying to go on and really put his body on the line for these Glazers. And I know he's doing it because they are his bosses, and they've been doing this to Jose Mourinho. They did it to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Louis van Gaal, Ralf Rangnick. This is what they've been doing. You get? So, Ten Hag is a man that is loved, but he should go ahead and really tell the board to get him money. I know when he's in the media, he will come out and say, it's okay, the period is still long, the transfer window has not yet started, but Liverpool have brought in Cody Gakpo and is going to play for them on the 2nd of January. And if Cody Gakpo had been signed by United by now, he was going to feature in the game you're going to be playing against Bournemouth, I think on the 3rd. Not so. I think it's the 3rd of January. That would have been a bluster to our squad. So I believe Ten Hag talking about that, let's be fair, the window has not even started. The window has already started. Chelsea has so far signed in 3 players. 2 arriving in January. The other one is arriving in the summer. So how do you say that the window has not yet started when teams are really signing players that are really going to arrive? Sorry about that. How do you say that the window has not yet started when Chelsea has signed Nkunku? He's coming in next summer. They've brought in Fofana. There is another guy from Portugal they've signed, and they're going in for Enzo Fernandez. They're bringing in 3 signings already. Arsenal has made its first bid of Mukalo Modric, and they're going in for João Felix and maybe Yuri Tielemans. It shows you how illiterate we are as far as transfers are concerned, and Ten Hag is just trying to go on and plaster the wound. But I believe even if he plasters the wound, it will come out and not... it will come out unhealed. That's it, according to me. So I believe Ten Hag is doing something bad to himself, because this board is never trusted, and if at all you put your board on the line to protect them, you'll end up being the culprit. But I think the only chance he's having is that the Glazers are really on the exit door of United. The new owners are coming in through, and maybe Ten Hag knows the plan, that maybe someone is going to be available in January if at all a consensus is reached between the new owners of United. Now, Ten Hag on signing a new striker said it's always difficult. Strikers are expensive, and especially in the winter, you set the limits high. Maybe we have to be creative. We do something in our power to get the right player. For me, the right player was there. It was all about Cody Gakpo. We all know that Cody Gakpo was wanted by Manchester United. He was the right player that Erik Ten Hag wanted. And guess what? Ten Hag went ahead to be let down by the board. So the right players are there, but there is no money because we spent stupidly in the summer. An extra £35 million we spent on Anthony would have gone ahead to bring out Cody Gakpo in the summer also, not even in the January transfer window. He would have been already here in the summer because Ten Hag had really shortlisted him to come to Manchester United. So it shows you that we are suffering on the naivety and the incompetency of the board. We have a manager that knows what to do, but he doesn't have enough staff that he had like at Ajax. You get? So we are really in total shame. The situation is really bad for United, and I don't know how things are really going to go on and mold up, but let's wait and see how Ten Hag is going to go on and do, because he's promising us that transfers are really going to be brought in, and they have to go on and looking for the right player. The right player, Cody Gakpo was there, was taken. João Felix is there. There is Memphis Depay. I believe either Memphis Depay or João Felix, after Liverpool signing Cody Gakpo, are the ones that are really going to come in through and get signed by Manchester United, according to me. Now, he's talking about them being expensive. £37 million for Cody Gakpo. That is not something expensive. So, you mean, of all the players you signed in the summer, only one player was cheaper than Cody Gakpo. That is Malacia plus Eriksson, who really came on a free. But Lisandro Martinez, £46 million. Anthony, £85 million. Casemiro, £70 million. Now, what do you talk about being expensive in the January transfer window? They are not expensive. They are not expensive because Cody Gakpo was there for £37 million. Maybe he's talking about Goncalo Alves that is playing for Benfica in Portugal, who scored a hat-trick against Switzerland. He's the one he's talking about that is expensive. But trust me, João Felix at £16 million, just six months to come in on loan with no option to buy. He's not an expensive signing for United. We're a big team that has really gone ahead to get money, and this is Simon Stern telling us that Ten Hag is trying to do everything in their power to get the right signing. So let's wait and see what's going to happen between Ten Hag and the board as far as signing a striker is concerned. Now, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to confirm to us that Chelsea are now in direct contact with Benfica for Enzo Fernandez, who has already said yes to Chelsea. Manchester United have made no bid as of now, meaning that United have registered interest in Enzo Fernandez, but they don't have the money. Chelsea are in direct talks with Benfica for Enzo Fernandez. What does that mean? They've already gone ahead to talk to the player. They've agreed personal terms, and now they're negotiating with Benfica to find the ultimate price for the player. So sad. You know, so sad when I see these players that were really available on the cheap, scouted by Ralf Rangnick, and United couldn't go all out for them. Enzo Fernandez was all for grabs at 25 million euros. Now Benfica is going to make a profit of close to 105 million euros. These clubs are really ridiculously making money. And United should be making such signings, but because we are having a naive board, considering them saving money not spending in January, this is what happens. If at all United had signed Julian Alves in the January of 2022, then they signed because he wanted Konrad Laimer, Enzo Fernandez, and Julian Alves. That was a total of like 50 million euros. 3 players. Right now, they wouldn't have gone in the market to spend as they spent in the summer. If at all they were to spend, they would have spent close to 150 million pounds. Even if Ten Hag was available, he would have used all these players. I believe Julian Alves, 18 million euros would have been a bargain. Ten Hag would have been using him right now. We wouldn't have been searching for centre forward. Look at the midfield, Konrad Laimer. I think it would have been only Casemiro coming in through and Eriksen on a free. Wouldn't have been still looking out for another midfielder like Caicedo, Jude Bellingham, and Enzo Fernandez available. Obviously, even Casemiro wouldn't have come in through. So it shows you that the planning of United is really shrewd. It's not something that you can go on one day and say, all right, we are making good signings at United. It's really, really, really bad that any football club should come out and really criticize. That's why the Glazers are really wanted out of the club as soon as possible. So it looks like Enzo Fernandez is going to Chelsea, and United have made no bids for him. Now, Ten Hag again, ahead of the game we are playing today, is going to let us know that. Martinez, his tough, of course. It's unbelievable. Highlight for him. When you win the World Cup with your team, then there are celebrations in Argentina where there is passion all around. He has come back, and you can see his confidence has even increased. This is one of the boosts that's really going to go ahead and really make us win the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers. You know why? The defense of United rarely concedes more than 1 goal. I believe I've seen only 2 games. One against Man City, and the other one, I think that's the only game. Lisandro Martinez and Varane in the central defense that are going to hate to concede more than 2 goals. And we conceded 1 goal when Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez was on the field of play, but the rest of the goals came in through when these people are not on the field of play. So it shows you how things really look good when you're having Lisandro Martinez. So I believe he's back and fully fit, and today he's in contention to start in that lineup of United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Then Ten Hag is going to hate to say the following about Wolves. It's their first home game under the new manager, Lopetegui, but you don't look so much at the opponent. We have a lot of respect for them. They have a good team, good players, and they have a good win against Everton, and they will be motivated. That's what Ten Hag is really talking about. Talking about Wolverhampton Wanderers game. They won against Everton away. They are motivated. But I believe for us, we are more motivated. In the last 14 games, we've won 13 and lost 1. Not so? It shows you how good we are. So I believe we are more motivated than them. We are more of a team than them. I think Lopetegui has been here ever since the World Cup break, but he has not yet got to know these players to the fullest as Ten Hag has his team to his fingertips. That's it. So thank you guys for watching it through. Tell me what you think about Ten Hag hinting on United's next striker. Enzo Fernandez, no bid made by Manchester United, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. All around, your thoughts are welcome in the comment section below. And what do you think about Julian Lopetegui playing his first game at home against United at the Molineux, and that's where United is going to go ahead and really play in there for you. If at all we win the game today, we are going to go in the 4th place, and we are going to be 2 points ahead of Spurs that is playing tomorrow, meaning that we are going to sleep in the 4th place provided we win our game of football. So hands crossed to see to it that we end the year with a win, and for the last 10 years we haven't lost a game that closes the year. That is a start that we are really going in for with Erik ten Hag, one of the best managers that has ever come to United ever since Alex Ferguson left. Thank you guys for watching in through 31st. Guys, please take care. Don't do what you wouldn't do. Make sure you keep yourself in a safe place to sit it that we enter 2023 with a new vibe. Thank you for watching in through. Smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.